Hey, it's Zach with Goliath, and today we're going to go through the contacts page. We're going to show you everything that you need to do and all the features that the contacts page includes. When you click on contacts, you have quite a few options here to sort, display, add contacts, etc. So let's go through everything one by one. The first thing we're going to go over is what this blue dot means. This means there's a new contact in your system that you haven't opened. So if we go here and click, now I can see this new lead that it just came in today that my team has been working on. And when I click back out of it, the blue dot is no longer there. On the contacts page, you have many options. You can call the client directly through the app. You can click on this to see their property and what's happening with it. You're also able to add a deal. I add a deal to every single contact. What this allows me to do is at a glance in a Kanban board view, see everything that's going on. To add a deal, you just click and fill in the relevant information. On almost every contact, I add a task. It's pretty easy. You can do one of two things. This magic wand allows you to do a real quick follow-up where it's just like, I want to call them in one day. Click it. It automatically schedules the task. If you need a little bit more information on your task, you can click here on and get a little more creative, having a different name. What type of task is it? Are you going to actually meet directly with them and assign the correct team members? Here on the right, there's also the appointments. This actually allows you to sync your Google or Microsoft Calendar with Goliath. So let's say I just got off a phone call with Eric, and then I want to schedule an appointment with them, and I want it to go to both of our calendars. I would just click here on appointments, type in the title. Let's say I'm going to a listing appointment. It's going to be for tomorrow at 3 p.m. at his house because we're going to sign the paperwork. All I have to do is click on this, send invites to the following emails, and as long as Eric has an actual email address attached, and click create, and it shows up right here, and it's also on my Google Calendar. Let's say I go to the listing appointment, I took some photos and videos, and I want to make sure I always have it attached to Eric's file. What I can do is just click right here on the add files and photos. I always put my listing paperwork here along with photos of the property just to keep me in the loop and remind me exactly what I'm dealing with every day. The final section here is the contributors. And here, Polina is labeled as the agent on the deal. She's going to get all notifications for anyone that's making any notes or comments on everything. What happens here is this allows you to say, okay, Polina isn't first for this client, but hey, Zach, Max, Austin, and Anna, you guys are coming up next. If anything needs to happen or you need to fill in. To add a new contributor, you just click on the plus sign. You'll go down here and click add new contributor. Let's say I want to add David on our team. Sometimes I want him to immediately take action. So I have him, hey, I want you to add a note. This will immediately create a task for him in his system. So he gets the contact. He also has a task assigned to go through there. So I'm going to go update contributors. And now David is in this section. He just got a notification that says, hey, you were just added to the deal, Eric Cook. In the middle section here, what you're able to do, take notes. You can style it in any way you want with the bold, italics, and underlining. You can even add links or bulleting. You're also able to text or email directly through the platform as long as you've connected your email or set up your phone number in Goliath. The final section here on the right-hand side is automations. What this allows you to do is you can actually create or set someone up on an automation immediately through the contact with a manual trigger. If not, you can also pause a workflow that's going on with each contact directly in this bottom right-hand section. Now let's take a look at the left-hand side. What you're going to see is related people. This is if you decide to skip trace or enrich a contact, you're going to start seeing additional people. Let me show you. I'll click enrich. Boom. When you click enrich, all of a sudden it shows you all of the connected people. It even tries to find additional email addresses or phone numbers if we have them. This can help you really get in contact in case of a situation like a probate or other scenarios where you need to talk to the additional family members. The last couple of sections on this side are pretty easy. These are custom fields. This you can go in and customize however you want. I typically use it for time frame and motivation, maybe a stage like, oh, I'm going to nurture them from now on. I like to have their seller motivation or timeline to sell so that my team always knows what's going on. And I always keep the source here just to see, hey, is it a Facebook ad? Is it a Google ad? Did I get it from Goliath directly? I want to make sure I track all of those things so I can keep an eye on my pipeline itself. Final couple sections are interesting. So tags, this allows you to keep things sorted. I upload a list of my contacts. I want to make sure that all of them get touched at certain times, or I want to make sure, hey, this is my Nashville list, and then sort by it later. Buy box is pretty cool. If you have buyers in your system and you know exactly what they're looking for, you can just click this plus sign, literally create exactly what the client is looking for. So that if anything pops up in the buy box that maybe your sellers are selling, or maybe you had a client that said, I want to buy a 3-2 in this neighborhood. If it ever comes up, let me know. You can set that all up in here and then have it notify you if something in your system could be potential for one of your other clients. If we find any other properties that we believe have the exact same owner, they'll be linked here. Now we're going to go back to the main contact page. There's a lot of cool features here that allow you to stay on track. Some of them including these saved filters. So I always keep saved filters on. We start you with a bunch of them here. But for instance, let's say stage prospect. These are people that for me, I'm talking to, but nothing's really set in stone. Nurture is people that, hey, I've chatted with, but they're not ready yet. They need a little bit of time. And so I have them in this stage. What it allows me to do is set up workflows, set up automations, do different things to keep this pipeline warm. So now I'm going to click here and click add filter. It's pretty easy to use. What I'm going to really focus on is I know I got really busy this week. So I want to focus on all of the ones in Nashville and don't have a task on it because I got so busy I forgot to add them. So I want to make sure that I'm following up with everybody in Nashville with no tasks. This is going to pull up everyone that is in my system. There's 23 of them that I've either not put a task on or haven't been following up with. So it helps me really sort through these. What's really cool is if you click onto a contact, it sorts it right here. So these are the 23 that do not have tasks in it. It will stay like that as you're scrolling through so you can add all of the information that you need to. The final two things that I want to show you are display. This allows you to see your contacts in a couple different ways. You can sort every column. Let's say you really do not care who's assigned to it. It's just you. You don't care about the source. You don't care about the time frame. You don't care about the motivation. You just want to see all the rest of this information, but you really like to know what type of property it is right at the front. This allows you to change everything in real time as you want it. Second thing is pretty cool is you can actually go, man, I had some buyers. Let me go open a list of all my contacts and see where their properties are at on a map. Let's just say I have a client who wants a property in Chattanooga. And now that I have this split map, I can see every single contact. You can actually upload your contacts. So if you have a CSV file or you're moving your information over from another platform, all you're going to do is click upload contact. This is going to allow you to drop a CSV file and it'll upload everything directly into Goliath. There's only a couple more things to show you. One is you can bulk assign things. Let's say I have all my leads in Chattanooga and I want to assign a task to all of them. I'm going to select them all. I can add a task. I can add a deal to make this really easy, or I can trigger a workflow for all of them. Say maybe I want to add this as my Chattanooga list. Now at any time, if I want to see these properties, I just have to click over here onto Chattanooga and all the properties show up. And that's the high level overview of the contacts page. If you have any more questions, you want to keep walking through Goliath, watch the next video.